What is up, ATG fam? We are going over knee essentials overview. This is not the how-to video for any of these movements. It's not the why video behind each movement. It's not the advanced video, which shows you what to do once you hit the standard, how to get world class if you need to for your sport. And it's not the troubleshooting video, which helps you if you're struggling to get to that standard. This is the overview, helping you understand all the pieces together. Knee essentials, we're referring to 8 movements that I believe are essential for knees. There's the big 4 that you think about when it comes to knees, and then there's the accessory 4. We're going to take these one by one. Each of the big 4 covers how to train your knees over your toes, but in 4 different ways. The Patrick step up is a knees over toes strength exercise for the top of your knee extension strength. The ATG split squat is a knee strengthening exercise with your knees over your toes for the bottom range of your knee extension strength. The VMO squat is another knee over toe exercise, but it's actually for the mid position, because notice, unlike a split squat, my knees don't go back when I go up, they stay forward. Notice with the split squat, every inch back gets easier. Whereas with the VMO squat, it actually gets tougher as you hit that middle position. So you think you got everything covered, you got your top position, you got your bottom position, you got your mid, but what happens in the outer range? And this happens a lot in sports, whether it be the back knee or both knees. That is your KOT squat. Now with all that work for the knee extensors, we want to get just as strong with the knee flexors. That's the Nordic. And if we're going to be getting our legs more muscular, we need to get the muscles strong that pick up those legs. And we need our ankle extensors to keep up, both from a straight-legged position and from a bent knee position. And greater power is going to require greater deceleration through the ankle, hence the tibialis raise being essential. Now that you understand the scope, I will give you a minute here to mull over the details that I've found. The standard being 100% body weight, 6 inches for 10 reps on Patrick step up, at which point you can start working on Peterson version, which makes it tougher, and or rhythm squat up to 200% for 50 reps to take your strength and bring your elasticity up to your strength. With the ATG split squat, once you can do the 50% for 5 flat, now we start working on working the heel towards flat and working towards 100%. But keep in mind, both these are only goals if you need world-class leg strength. The VMO squat really simply switches from the dumbbell in front of you to the barbell behind you with the same weight. And then the KOT squat goes from just being able to get to flat to now adding load to that. Again, these are more risk than good unless you need world-class knees, in which case the risk of getting here is worth more so that you can be in competition and not get hurt. And if you're patient, it just gives you a superhuman level of protection. So you never, through this entire process, you never work through any pain, not even discomfort. Every time you work through pain or discomfort, you're causing more damage than you can recover from. You're going backwards. In life, you're either going up or you're going down. There's no staying exactly the same. So every time you get in a session where you challenge yourself without pain, you're gonna go up. And every time you go too far and work through pain or discomfort, you're gonna go down. So these are the big 4 that cover every area of that knees over toes strength, but in ratio to how good you get here, you wanna work your way to a flat Nordic, and the world-class speedsters and jumpers I've trained can do a single-legged Nordic. And then when it comes to hip flexors, we're looking at some difficulties here, because half body weight on a low cable is a lot of weight. So how do you go heavier? You can go heavier, but it's not like we have some exact standard. It just means once your hip flexors can do those, keep training them. You can never be too strong in hip flexors. Pretty similar with calves and tibialis as well, although with the calves, it gets pretty difficult just to hold more than a quarter of your weight on one side of your body. So you could start using a weight vest. And then with tibialis, you could simply start going like Connor, arguably the highest jumper in the world, is now working up to quite a bit more than 12.5%. So this is everything I know to date about the 8 knee essentials, the big 4 and the accessory 4. And for the top 5 here, we really know not only the standard, but also the world class. And for the bottom 3, we have really good tried and true standards, but we're still seeing just how the best way is to get towards world class. So if you have any questions, make sure you've studied all your videos And I thank you for watching and for understanding the overview, getting the full scope of knee essentials.